Fuck nigga, and it's like that. Welcome back to another episode of Survival Time. I know I've been a minute since y'all seen a nigga face. But I've been wanting to get into this subject for a little minute. We're finna get into like rap fatigue with the black community as far as like music and all that. But I've been saying this for the longest. When it come to like rappers and rap, like right now, as far as music in the industry, nobody making relatable music. Everybody talking about killing somebody, but everybody's not a killer. Everybody talking about shaking their ass, but every female ain't a hoe. You see what I'm saying? Or just even feel like you gotta be promiscuous in this generation as far as moving, and even as a male or female, like everybody not built in the same direction. Everybody don't want to drive foreigns. Everybody don't have a fucking foreign. So we finna see what's up.
On Fight Plus News, I'm John Abba. For the first time since 1990, no rap or hip-hop artist will be featured in the Billboard Top 40 at the end of this October. The genre, once known for its anthems and viral music videos, looks to be disconnecting from the audience it was supposed to represent, the youth and those in the inner cities. This surprising update on rap's failure to make this list in 35 years would spark debates across the country. So why is rap currently falling off? After the news was circulated, it appears that many rap fans would air out their reasons why some are experiencing rap fatigue. From there not being enough rap stars, lack of creativity, to other genres getting more push, and even the fact that many rappers have gone independent to avoid predatory deals, thus making it harder for them to appear on radio and other necessary placements to break songs across the country. According to Billboard, the highest ranking song at the time of the streak ending was Youngboy Never Broke Again's Shot Callin' at number 44, despite artists like Cardi B releasing an album and even a couple singles from Drake. Now, in response, several black listeners would open up about their issues with today's rap and their fatigue.
Best. Cardi don't need no rest. Pop out, get a host of rest.
She was a fairy. Yeah. She was a fairy. Yeah. She was a fairy. Yeah.
Bitch, I'm in the field, nigga, call me Indiana Jones. Feel like Soldier Boy today, so kiss me through the phone.
Yeah, but it's so.
I really want to say this right quick because a lot of artists be doing music and they making music to go viral more so than they making music to relate to people. It's not about like giving you something to walk through life with no more. It's about like, and they not even speaking their own story or nothing no more. They just mimicking the last motherfucker, or they mimicking what they seeing on the internet, and they seeing this person get popular off this. Nobody's coming out with their own style because it's like technology moving so hard and so fast on people's brain that when do these niggas have time to step away and say, okay, this is me, this is my life, this is my direction. I don't got this, I don't got that. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people be too caught up in what they seeing on social media and things like that, and a lot of people be too caught up in what they hearing out and about when they out in life, instead of actually just going off the real energies and vibes that you actually carry when you making music. When you go to the studio back in the day, in the 90s and 80s and all that, in the 2000s, early 2000s, you had to go in there and come up with your own shit off this, you feel me? You had to be creative, because if you didn't come in with creativity, either you had a ghostwriter who came in with creativity, or you came in with enough like star power. And what I mean by star power is you came in with enough fucking charisma, and your voice fit the situation and your flow fit the situation to the point where, you know, we could say like who had a ghostwriter? Shit with Cardi B. Whoever was ghostwriting for Cardi B, even though they writing her shit perfect enough for her to put her personality on it. So it's easier to sell stuff like that. But it's hard to sell shit like what's out today, because everybody's just trying to have a viral moment, and ain't nobody just listening to 30 seconds of no fucking song, bro. And this is why nobody like the music that's coming out today.
They don't have him doing ad-libs. He can't even speak.
Rap is an art form. You are supposed to be saying something. When I hear y'all music, y'all don't be saying nothing, because y'all dropping name brands and I got more than you and who rocking coach and shit. You think you saying something, but you ain't really saying shit. Rap is an art form derived from storytelling and poetry. If you can't tell a story, baby, you can't rap.
Listen to these rappers, they are extremely artistic.
Okay, I gotta stop it right there, because Wayne is not a storyteller. Lil Wayne is not a storyteller. There's a lot of rappers that can't tell no story, but they can rap their ass off. We'll get back to that.
Very intelligent. Rappers today are illiterate. They can barely talk. Lil Baby gets on the mic. He sounds like he got a taste of the tism.
It's so long ago, you know what I'm saying? But I remember that, Jay, because that was my first time. But after that, it's just been...
How do you make it through your rap? I mean, he sounds like he can barely read his own raps. That's why they mumble everything. They can barely talk.
Y'all have been mistreating, misusing, and abusing hip-hop for decades now. It's become a matter of capitalistic gain and not uplifting communities. Go back to the analog days, right? The days where your disconnection from technology tapped into source in a deeper way.
This is why the fuck I keep saying technology is playing a huge role in how people's creativity has been flowing. Even when people be typing it up in their phone versus writing it. Writing it brings a different creative source out of you versus typing it in your phone and you looking at this shit and you putting it together. That's why a lot of these rappers be so off beat, because they done typed it in their phone. They ain't measured it. They don't know how to count bars. They never really studied the art form of this shit. Like, even with the rappers they was showing when this shit started, they showed fucking Public Enemy. Like I said, they made relatable music to what was going on at the time. All these niggas is talking about is, like she said, they fashion and who got killed and this, then the third. But like I keep saying, everybody don't own name brand clothes and make it so bad. When hip hop was started, we wasn't moving based on name brands like that. Yeah, it was cool to be fly, but we wasn't moving based on no Dior and Gucci and all that shit. Like, yeah, niggas had their little Dapper Dan fits and shit like that throughout time, but it wasn't a big thing if you didn't have that shit. Now it's like you gotta have that shit. Now you gotta have a car. Now you gotta have all the weed, have all the chains. Q-Tip and all them, they ain't have all the fucking chains. And that's one of the main things that I respect about a lot of older generations of music. Even Michael Jackson and Prince, they never wore jewelry, nigga, because it was about who the fuck they are, nigga. Y'all niggas can't sell y'allself. That's the biggest problem in music today.
Back to that. So I'm okay with hip hop not being in the top 40 because it's bigger than that.
Aaliyah, doing your hair so beautifully. Does that mean you forgive me?
I'll try. I mean, you were only, what was it?
Bro, fuck this damn commercial. Angel Reese suck. The bitch and her mama is both toxic as fuck. They both ruin every team they get on. These two bitches need to be barred from the WNBA. I don't want to see no more commercials about this bitch on my shit.
According to hip-hop commentator Ray Daniels, rappers are trying to be viral and only become rich instead of making a hit song.
The music business, we don't have a rap song in the top 40 for the first time in 35 years. That's because, in my opinion, every artist started chasing clout and virality rather than chasing hits. Clout and virality is just pulling your phone out, doing something goofy, hoping that it gets you viral and hot for a few minutes. That's a few minutes. A hit lasts forever. Ice Cube is still performing records from the 80s and the 90s right now. Those wasn't clout moments, those were hits. These new check riders don't know the difference between right or wrong. They just signing anything and everything moving and say, oh, he knows what he's doing, he's a hot kid. This is the music business. It's gonna always be about making a hit record. The best record you can make. We got away from that. And now we don't have a record in the top anything, but y'all niggas is rich. Everybody rich. Yeah, let's see how long that lasts.
This Hype Plus commercial break.
I'm finna stop it right here, but what I really want to get into is this, because they ain't really saying shit for real, but my main thing is this. You got a lot of label executives who just giving opportunities to anybody because they popping up, and you got a lot of people that's not searching for talent. The industry does not search for talent anymore, especially with AI coming in and all of that. They're gonna completely stop searching for talent, whether it be actors, rappers, singer, anything. They're gonna eventually start creating their own human beings through technology, because they don't want to deal with us no more as people. But we run everything, but it's too busy, too many niggas running around trying to fit in instead of like fight the grain. Especially in entertainment, you have to fight against the grain, because if you don't, you will sink. If Denzel Washington dies tomorrow, they have a way to keep his face on every movie if they want to, if they sign off the rights on his life. Actually, I don't even think they need the rights to be signed off on his life. They can actually use and replicate his face in movies like they was doing Will Smith when he was doing the Gemini Soldier, whatever the fuck that weak ass movie was called. Like, y'all gotta realize why we have to fight against certain things. Even though technology and all these things might be progressing, it's a reason why we're regressing as a unit as far as people, especially black people, because all we do is follow the trend. So if the AI come out with a trend, we following that shit. If Gucci come out with the trend, we following that shit. Fuck the trend, bro. It's about creating history and creating moments, bro. If we gonna make music or make anything, if we gonna be back inventive in mind, we gotta step away from technology sometimes and bring ourselves to being and closer to God and just being closer to who we are as a person and as a people, so we can make relatable things, so we can make things that actually are useful to people in society. It's hard for us to be useful in society when we not programmed or plugged into society. We programmed and plugged into what this nigga doing on Instagram, or this bitch got super thick. Like, every female not gonna look like that. You feel me? Every nigga pockets ain't set up like that. And that's why a lot of these rappers get exposed for having so much fake jewelry. Like, stop searching for validation from the crowd and start creating your own validation within yourself if you are artists and you watching this. Because this is why rappers, not even just rappers, black entertainers cannot crack the charts today. Real talk. Let's be 100. We not selling no records no more. We not. We don't even support our own artists. We don't. But this is why we don't feel the need to get off our ass to go buy that album. When Michael Jackson dropped Thriller, we felt like getting up and going to get that shit. When Prince dropped Purple Rain, we felt like getting that. Me Against the World came out, Tupac, we felt like getting that. All Eyes on Me, we felt like getting that. You listen to them albums, it ain't just dance, it ain't just gangster shit. There's a lot of shit on there. Tupac talking about a lot of shit on there. Busta Rhymes comes from a group called Leaders of the New School. They have a lot of shit that has nothing to do with nothing. Like as far as jewelry, having the baddest clothes, having the baddest bitches, like people are making real music out there. But the thing is, you got people who don't go out looking for real music. They just trying to get, like they said, to what's on the radio. But these young niggas can't get to radio no more. Can't nobody get to radio no more because you got to be signed to a label. Now everybody's figuring that part out. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Personally, I'm not really listening to rap like that no more unless I'm creating it. You feel me? Because I'm actually sitting back. I'm by myself when I write my rhymes. I'll be by myself in a room by myself or in my car by myself, and I'm just listening to that beat. And I'm thinking, what did I go through today? How I feel today? You feel me? What was going on this whole year? You feel me? What do I really want to put on this beat? Because whatever I put on this beat got to say something. It got to speak to somebody hard. It got to touch their soul or something. That's the only way my music is going to travel. You feel me? That's how I think personally. But for people who might not be creative, they might not be thinking like that. And a lot of these rappers ain't creatives. They just a bunch of niggas that's just getting popping because they have clout in their neighborhood, or they got clout because they made one viral ass song, or they got clout because they had a viral moment or whatever. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, subscribe, fuck with your boy. I'm out. Peace.
Hey, you gotta know your purpose, understand what worth is. These snakes is lurking, observing, trying to close your curtains. These hoes be purple.